Rebuilding the nose of a 1997 Comfort Camp truck sliding camper. Well, as you can see, it's pretty windy here today. I put this cover on a couple days ago. We got a couple days of rain, and this worked out pretty well. I actually had it tied down. It wasn't floating around like this. But as you can see, it's pretty windy today. I'm debating if I want to take it off. We're supposed to have a couple sunny days. As you can see, water collected in the plastic I had here on the roof. All that rain we had. I'm standing up on the bunk right now. So I got to get this water out of here. I'm going to put the camera down for this. Try to get this emptied out here. Well, I opted to just go ahead and take the plastic off. It's still fairly windy and it's just going to be blowing around. I got 2 days supposedly with no rain. I'm going to work as fast as I can. Yesterday I was able to get this side done over here. I'm going to go ahead now and start rebuilding the walls on both sides. And once I get those done, I can get the front done and then connect everything up top here. And of course that sounds easier said than done, but so far I'm pretty happy with the progress. Everything's coming out real nice here, pretty straight, solid. It's going to have to be attached obviously to the roof before I can let these jacks out, which are holding this up. But that gives me a good platform to work on, and so far I'm pretty happy with the progress. I'm going to go ahead and start rebuilding these walls. I've got all the pieces I need pretty much cut out, other than maybe a couple. But we'll get that done, and we'll show you what we got when we finish. All right, so I got the first bottom frame kind of just dry fitted right now. I wanted to see how it was going to fit in there and how I'm going to finish attaching it. But that will be the first piece to go in. That's on the bed piece. I'll step back here a little bit and show you. There's going to be a couple more pieces that fill in here in the nose area here that the wrap will come back around and cover. But that's the first piece. I've got the other pieces laid out right here. That piece that you're looking at right here will be the piece that sits up on the top of this piece here and kind of goes back up at an angle, back up this way. So right now I'm just kind of dry fitting stuff, kind of figuring out how I'm going to attach stuff, where I'm going to glue it and screw it. This setup is definitely stronger. I did the pocket holes and glue. I considered also maybe toenailing it with a nailer, some small nails, but I'm not sure it's going to be necessary. It's pretty rugged that way right there. Once the glue sets, I think it's going to be stronger than the original, I'm guessing, because I don't believe they glued the first pieces together. So, and those were stapled. But anyway, so we're making good progress. I'm just going to start assembling this piece here. This will be the top piece, and I'll get that assembled. And then once I have that piece, I can fit that up here. And the main thing is trying to figure out where my corners are going to end up. So I don't have anything attached up here yet. I figured I'd start from the bottom here, work my way up. Those are the parts that were the hardest to copy, and before I go attach those and find out I have to change something here, I'd rather build up to here and change something up there. So one step at a time, making good progress. We'll make this next piece and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So real quick, I just wanted to show you, I got this laid out here in the shade. I wanted to get out of the sun, and so I've got it laid out now. I'm basically going to copy this piece at the top here, and this piece had a cutout for a window it was not on the camper originally. It was just probably a feature, and they just built it in anticipation that somebody wanted a window in this space. But I'm not going to ever be putting a window in that space, so the only difference I'm going to have is I'm going to put a spacer in there, a little more support. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and start making the pocket holes and start getting this put together. All right, so I got that second piece done up here. Again, nothing's, it's just dry fit in there right now. Gonna make sure I have all the pieces I need before I go putting anything in permanently. But it came out pretty good, looks good, seems to be exactly what is supposed to go there. The measurements are the same, so, and I can see the, I don't know if you can see it, but up there in the corner, I can see where it's actually touching, so I know that that's right. I'll get a better close-up here of that. So you can see right there in the corner, you can see where this piece I made is resting on that. Again, nothing's permanently connected yet, just kind of sitting there, but that shows me that there's one more piece that fits in here. So once that's all in there, we'll have this piece like so, and that's it. That completes the corner. That looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Oh. All right, this is a view from the inside of the bed area here, and just again, got everything dry fitted in here, and everything seems to fit pretty well. So I'm just getting ready to make this permanent. And we'll glue it and screw it, and that side should be done. All right, so this side is done except for one little piece that goes up here, and I ran out of screws. I'm gonna have to go to the store tomorrow morning, get some more supplies, but I got one more piece to go there. Other than that, it's all screwed, glued, very strong, very rugged. I still got to do this side over here, but I think this was the worst of the two sides, so this should go fairly well. But yeah, judging by how it went over here, came out pretty nice. I'm expecting it'll be just as well on this side, and once I get this wall done, the last piece will be to put this beam in at the top. Rebuilding the nose of a 1997 Comfort Camp truck slide-in camper. Pretty much a complete rebuild except for the bed part down here. Other than that, everything's going to be pretty much new on the front. All right, so I got this second wall all done. Came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I ended up going with these pocket screws all the way around, and I'll tell you what, between that and the glue, this thing is solid. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more rugged than when it was brand new. I'm not saying their staples weren't strong, but I definitely beefed this thing up, and it's going to be nice and strong. I'm not going to worry about that. My next thing now is going to be to start putting the roof back together. So I've got a beam already cut out to fit in here. That's going to take some screwing and gluing and all kinds of stuff. I got to tie it into the back, way up inside here. Probably can't see it, but the ceiling up inside, I've got to tie it all back together really strong, because that helps carry some of the weight from the platform here at the bed area. Obviously, when you apply the weight here, it's going to not only push down, but it's going to pull from the top. So it's got to be connected well. I've got a nice, it's right there. It's a 2x6. And I think it was a 2x4 that was originally in there. But I am going with the 2x6 because I can tie it into this back piece right here, really solid. And that's really connected well. There's no rot from there to the wall back. And I can even reinforce it a little bit from there. So really happy with the progress. Everything's coming out real well. I wish I had thought of the pocket screws from the beginning. I wouldn't have used the strapping. And not saying that it's not fine and it works all right, but I think these pocket screws and the glue really just made the difference in terms of structural integrity. So pretty happy. I'm going to go ahead now and try to figure out how I'm going to put this roof back together, and I will show you my progress when I get back up here. All right, I got the framing done. I am ready to start covering it up. We got some masonite that's going to go on the front. Going to put a piece over the top here. Pretty sure that's what was covering here before, but that was long gone. So I'm just going to put a piece of masonite. Now let me just show you what I got going on in here. So I got the walls all done, all pretty much new, and I tied in, with double where I could with where we had problems. You can see I used a bracket down here. I did on the first couple, and then I switched all over to pocket holes and glue, and that's really the better way to go. So everything else is just these two brackets and a couple on the other side. But other than that, I put in a couple extra supports on the roof. You can see this middle piece right here is the piece I added. It wasn't there before. There was never one there from the factory. I also put one on this side here, right there. I got another one. Just give it a little more support right there. Not that we're going to be doing anything up on the roof on this end of the trailer, but it ties everything together real nice, and gives it that little extra support up there that wasn't there before. So other than that, pretty happy with everything the way it came out. You can see the wiring. I'm going to move. There's a white a light right here that came through the ceiling. We're going to be sleeping over on this end, so I'm going to run the wire over to here, and we'll have the light over on this side of the bed. So other than that, I did drill the hole in this beam here to pass this wire through. I just got to cut the wire, and haven't got to that point yet, but I will be. So I'm going to go grab some masonite now, and I got my first measurement, what I need. I should have enough, I hope, to do this front, and then once that's done, I got two more pieces to put here on the nose, one down here, and then one up here somewhere. They run all the way across just for supporting the cover here that goes over the front. So that'll be the last two pieces I need. Other than that, everything else is done. We'll get this covered up, and then I can go about getting the siding back on, and we'll seal it up. It'll be watertight. So, pretty happy with the way it came out. It's definitely way stronger than it was before, and probably, if not as strong as it was originally from the factory, with the pocket screws and the glue. So yeah, pretty happy. Of course, the real test will be putting us up there and see how much flex we get out of it. So, but I'm going to finish it up first. I want to get everything tied together before I remove these two stands right here. On the siding, everything adds up to support, so I'm not going to take anything apart until I get it all buttoned up, and then we'll give it the ultimate test. All right, be back in a bit. I figured I'd give you a look from the inside here. Let me back up a little bit. This is coming into the camper, obviously. Kitchen area over here, and there's the bed area up here. Now you can see the all new framing. Everything's tied together. Got that new ceiling piece in right up here. Whoop, right up here. And I went with a nice 2x6 up there, and there was a 2x4 before, and it wasn't tied together with anything this way here. I tied up the old with the new. It's all liquid now. and glued together. There's the new piece I put in up here, and another new piece I put up here. Everything is really strong, feels solid. Of course, we'll know for sure once I take the jacks out underneath, but I would say compared to what I started with, we're doing good. Alright, I'm getting ready to cut the masonite piece for here, and it'd be nice to get that closed up. Okay, here's a look from the inside. I just got some masonite up on the front here, and that's pretty much all I'm going to be putting. I'm going to be filling this nose in section here with insulation once I get the siding back on. I've got to make a couple support pieces for up in here. I'll do that now. And other than that, I'm going to start insulating and probably start tacking the siding back on. I don't have the edging that I need. I did order some edging, brand new edging to go on the outside corners of the roof in the side, but that's not going to be here for a few more days. However, I can still get the siding tacked back on and hopefully get the roof tacked back on, and I'll start working on sealing the roof where I had to cut the rubber. I bought some material to fix that, so that'll be after I get the nose piece done. I'll work on that now, and that might be it for today. Got quite a bit done, got it all closed in. I'm pretty happy with the progress. So yeah, let's see if I can get those two nose pieces knocked out, and maybe we'll start tacking the siding on before it gets dark. Alright, so I got these two pieces on the nose here that give the siding a little bit more support in the front. Wraps around down here. You got the masonite on up there. I'm ready to start stapling the siding back on and get that put on, waiting for the corner mold trim to come in any day now. And once that gets in here, I'll be able to finish that, and that should be about it. But I'm going to go ahead and start stapling everything back together, and I'll also caulk all the wherever it makes contact to seal it as best I can. So it's going to take a little time, but I'd rather have it sealed the best I can. Oh.